We have gotten to know local attorney Scott Elliott Smith in recent weeks here on Daytime. He is an expert in personal injury cases, many of which are the result of serious accidents on the road. He and another attorney just received a verdict recently which awarded one of the largest settlements in Ohio's history. Now, Scott is joining me again to explain how this victory really is good for all of us. So thanks for being back with us, Scott.
Thanks for having me.
So let's first start with the details of this accident. Kind of take us through what happened.
Well, Robin, this was a truck collision crash on a rural road in Logan County. We represent a trucker who was driving down the road, driving a semi-tractor, hauling two semi-tractors with him. He approached an intersection where there was a stop sign, and another trucker was at the stop sign. She didn't angle properly. She couldn't see properly. She drove into the intersection blindly. Our truck driver, professionally trained, veered to miss her. Unfortunately, he rolled his truck and developed serious neck injuries.
Do you think his actions, and I mean maybe this, we can't say for sure or not, but his actions likely saved her from being injured in that crash?
He absolutely saved her life, her from serious injury, and himself. Unfortunately, he still suffered serious injury.
And he suffered serious injury, so this settlement actually topped $10 million, which is huge because it shows you what this argument is and how important it is, and that is to talk about the training that this woman did not get with her company. So how do we go about, I guess, explaining to somebody how that could have changed everything in this case?
This crash was surely preventable, and it was a verdict, not a settlement. So what happened was a jury decided, as we argued, that she was not properly trained. This company she worked for, Robin, had refrigerated box trucks on the road where they sold products door to door. So they're in our neighborhoods.
Right.
She did not have proper training. She had limited sight lines in her truck. She didn't angle her truck properly, which made it blind for her to see our truck driver driving down the road. If she had received proper training, this could have been avoided.
So on behalf of your client, that was the argument, right? That he did not need to even be involved in this because of how preventable this was.
Absolutely, is preventable. Most collisions are preventable if people were paying attention. In this instance, she was paying attention, but she couldn't see, and because she wasn't properly trained, she pulled into the intersection.
So what are you hoping, or what will come out of this aside from this verdict? Is this a hope that maybe this will, parlay into other companies paying attention and how they train their drivers?
We hope this verdict sends a message to that company and all companies to properly train your truck drivers. They're in our neighborhoods. We have children playing. If they can't see your child, they can hurt them. If they're properly trained, they know where to look. They can use their mirrors. They can angle their truck properly. We hope this changes how this company changes how they do business.
Now, and you mentioned this was a big corporation that you were taking on. So you represent the little guy, so to speak, in this case. And a lot of times people like that don't maybe realize that they can take on a corporation. They need to be held accountable for what they do. And that's what you guys did, right?
That's exactly what we do. People can't afford lawyers who charge large hourly rates. If they don't come to us, where we charge a percentage and advance money to get their case ready, they're left outside the courthouse. They're left without any remedy. That's where we help.
And what would you say then to somebody out there who, obviously we hope nobody's in an accident like this, but what are the first steps they should do if something like this happened to them?
The sooner you contact a lawyer on a case like this, the better. Evidence disappears. It needs preserved. The truck needs to be examined by an expert to reconstruct the collision. The sooner the better.
So if somebody is in an accident, legal help should always be one of the first steps that they take.
If it's a serious collision.
Okay.
Absolutely. First thing they ought to do is at least talk to a lawyer about what they should do, what their rights are.
Okay, so this verdict, you are hoping that this is going to really send a message, so we're all going to be here waiting to kind of see what happens after this. But congratulations, first of all, on finding some justice for that driver and hopefully changing how things are done.
Oh, we were glad to be able to help this couple, a very, very deserving couple.
So, Scott, your office is ready to step in and help anybody. I want you to let people know how they can reach you.
They can call my office, day or night, 1-800-930-SCOTT.
Okay, it is simple as that. I want to thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.